program of SOA ambassador and the committee. So as I mentioned, the purpose of this program to serve the local members who is a member of SOA, whether it's candidate or fellow or associates. Okay, so the current members, so I'm representing as ambassador, and we are 6 members. So these are the members of the committees, and most of them are present, except Mahmoud. He didn't come. So all of them they will give their part of the talk, and Abdullah, he was what they call monitoring or heading or running this conference. So the members, as I mentioned, serving the member in Saudi Arabia, and this is one of the initiatives we agreed with the members to have a conference in Saudi Arabia. So this is the first step. So we hope we have this to be an annual basis, and we will try to come up with more initiatives that can serve the members. And we welcome any idea, or if there is any volunteer who would like to participate, we would love that. Okay. So this is the just main responsibility, the summary from the charter of the committee. Okay. Now I'll try to give my view regarding the development of Saudi, development of the actual profession in Saudi Arabia. So I classify it. So I classify the profession into 4 stages in Saudi Arabia. So initially, at old days, I mentioned before 2006, at that time, almost all companies wasn't regulated except one company, which is Ta'awiyya, which was a government company, and all market was unregulated. And the role of actuaries was limited, because you will find actually only more working in the life insurance company or the pension fund companies. Now, after 2006, when SAMA is starting what they call supervision of insurance companies, licensing insurance company, the role of actuaries what they call involved. So they get involved in the health sector, mainly the insurance, or the general insurance, mainly the pricing, reserving, risk management. So this is the start of growing of this profession. Now, also I will touch on the third stage, which is more relevant, what we expect to be the role of actuaries within maybe 3-4 coming years. And then the fourth future, which is already touched by Andy, regarding the future of actuaries profession. So I will start with the first period. Now, I'm not sure if the picture is clear or not, but this is the pictures give you, or the graph, the penetration and the density of life business. Okay? Now, if you see, the life business has been steady. Now, the density, it means how much people spend on insurance. Okay? So this is the average spending per individual in Saudi Arabia, per year. So if you see it here, almost in the 30 riyals a year, which is almost nothing. Okay? Now, the line, which is the dark line, is representing the penetration of life insurance. So how much the life premium represents of GDP. Okay? So if you see, has been a reduction over the years, because there was an increase in the GDP while the density was fixed. Okay, so it's decreasing. So if you see, the life opportunities in the market was limited, and the role of actuaries also was limited. Okay, so the growth was over the last 10 years mainly in the non-life book of business. Okay, so we have in Saudi Arabia mainly 2 public pension funds, which is BOSI and PBA, which is the public pension agency. And the life business was limited, so the opportunities for actuaries at that time was also limited. Now, The second period, which I would like to highlight, there was a booming in the insurance market. Mainly, if you see, there is a major growth on the premium, mainly led by the general book of business and the health, because this line of business had been made mandatory in the market. So health insurance has been mandatory for private sector, and has been mandatory for auto industry. So if you see, there has been an increase on the book of business or the premium over the years, which created the opportunities for actuaries. And during this stage or period, the King Fahd University, also King's University, started their program for the actuarial science. So this is the area where we have noticed a boom on the actuarial professions. So now, actually, the role within the insurance company might vary, but in general, currently it's covering, reserving, pricing, capital management or capital modeling, reinsurance design, risk management. So this is the main area where actually currently this market is participating. Now, also, what I already have touched, which is with SAMA, what they call involved the actors to do more involvement. So, if you see the right graph representing the profitability of companies and how much the return on equity. Now, if you see 2013, you see there is a loss in the market, a negative return on the market, because the market was driven by competition, and the role of actuaries was limited at that time. And then SAMA somehow enforced companies to engage actuaries to do the pricing mainly and the reserving. So you will see the return and the profitability of the market has been improved over the years. Now, if you see 2018 has been reduced because still there have been a large competition. However, this is to create opportunities for actuaries to get involved on the pricing and reserve. Now, this will be challenging for actuaries to get their what they call they get their value by giving what they call the right pricing, the right products, and to improve the performance of insurance companies. Now, the third stage, which is I expect to be maybe the next 4 to 5 years now, for IFRS 17, which is the newest financial standard. Now, this is, as Saudi Arabia, has been approved by the accounting board here in Saudi Arabia to be what they call mandatory for insurance company. So, beginning from 2022, all insurance companies, they have to report under IFRS 17. Now, IFRS 17 will elaborate more regarding IFRS 17. Next, Solvency II. Now, currently our solvency model is a simple model, which is used to be called Solvency I, simple approach. So we expect the model will change. It depends on the regulator with the review, but we expect this to be changed over coming years. Now, health sector, Actuarial will touch regarding the health sector, but there are a lot of change regarding what they call the health sector and how the government is going to manage the health sector, mainly the cost. And we'll touch briefly regarding analytics. Okay. Now, as I mentioned, IFRS 17 changing how insurance companies have to report their financial. So it has been a major change on how the company do their reporting, and expected actually to be more involved because the way the calculation of the financial will be more complicated and require actuaries involvement. Okay, so already companies trying to get fund actuaries who has at least some knowledge regarding IFRS 17, because there is currently in the market limited what they call expertise in IFRS 17, because currently the market doing the implementation, how to make sure this new standard is adopted. Because in 2021, insurance companies they have to come up with initial estimation of their financial using 2021 result. In 2022, quarter one, they have to publish using this new standard. So this is key opportunities for actuaries to get involved in different, but if you see it's accounting, nothing to do with the actuaries. So you have to understand the whole, what they call IFRS 17 standard. It's a big booklet. You have to go through it to get aware how this will be done. Also, auditors currently they are what they call it, whatever talking about a local market. The involvement of actuaries within the auditor firm is limited, so we expect auditors will be what they call it, require a lot of actuaries to do their part of their review for the financial. So the involvement of actuaries working on the auditor's firm will increase over time. Then Solvency II. Now, currently, as I mentioned, Solvency I, which is adopted in the Saudi market, is a simple approach. Doesn't need an actuary to do the calculation. Anyone can do it. Now, Solvency II, which is adopted by European Union, is expected to be adopted or somehow take some similar approach for the regulator. However, the regulator have not come up with the review regarding when this will be changing, but expected actual rule will be key in adopting the Solvency II. Now, Solvency II requires the involvement of actuary to get involved in the technical reserving or technical provision, underwriting, reinsurance, and risk management. Now, recently, SAMA has issued what they call the Actuarial regulation. So they have revised the regulation and added more emphasis to have more actuaries involved within the company, underwriting, reserving, pricing. So there are also room if this regulation has been enforced. Then the health sector, as I mentioned, she will touch in her presentation regarding the change in the health sector, which is create opportunities also for actuaries. Okay. Now, analytics, as I mentioned by Andy, this is a new era for the market. Now, I didn't see what you call a lot of changing how companies will try to use actuaries in this area of analysis, but I believe analytics will be a key element for the development of the insurance market. So usually they will get the actuaries involved in the pricing, they get the actuaries more involved in the distribution channels, with the good actuaries involved more in the marketing, the claim process. So there is a lot of opportunities, but still it depends on the complication. It depends on the level of complexity of the companies and also the maturity of the actuarial function within each company. And this is the last stage I will touch briefly. This is already touched by Andy regarding the future actually. But I think our market's a little bit behind versus the what they call developed market. However, as I mentioned by Andy, we have to make sure we advance in our profession and learn what they call mainly different aspects of the big data and artificial intelligence. Now, for example, now the reserving, if you look all the market, it's a long process to do the reserving. Now, with automation, it can be done easily with just the validation of assumption, methodology, and the result by the actuary. So the current process, what we are doing, it might change in the coming years. Okay? So at the end, just I'd like to give some advice to be more relevant to the market. You have to be more what they call involved in the insurance market, understanding the market, the dynamic of the market, how that will impact the actuarial profession. And it's key that what they call development in your training skills is a key for future. As I mentioned by Andy, what we have is what we call taught in the school, also in the curriculum, in the exams, is slightly, I would say slightly, it's materially different what we have, what they call, what we are doing in practice. So, what they call, you have to willing to learn, to understand a new subject, a new area, and don't be afraid to learn, because this is the way you have to advance in your career.